G'day friends, and welcome to our March Inspiration in Ink blog hop. It's Vickywright, Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator Australia. So this month our focus, well for April, our focus will be on colouring techniques, which is also will be available or what we highlighted in our PDF tutorial too. So I chose sponge daubers. I like my sponge daubers. I think they give a big wow to your image, and I thought we would see how they work. So we're going to play with this card. We're going to actually recreate it. I have changed a couple of colours, but it will still work out the same. So we're going to use the little sea turtle from the mini catalogue, and this is a reversible stamp set, but we're not going to use the other side, we're just going to use the one side. Okay, so we're going to bring in our piece of cardstock. And this is what we got. Oh, well, this is how I've done mine. Okay, so we're using a few colours. And first up, we're going to use Pill Party, just to make the bubbles. Well, I'm calling them the bubbles. And I actually might, I might lightly stamp off and just see how it works. Oops. Yep. So I'll just make it a little bit lighter. On this card I didn't stamp off, so we'll do that. I keep missing that spot there, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. I did again, but we'll fill that in somehow. And I might just do one up here, eh? There. I think if by doing our bubbles lighter, it might make our sea turtles stand out a little bit better. That's what I'm hoping anyhow. So we can only try. So now what we're going to do now is we're going to stamp our sea turtles. So to stamp them, I've used Coastal Cabana, and we're going to bring in shaded spruce. And I think that's what I've used on this one too, I think, or maybe garden green. Now I better not get these mixed up. They're really close in colour in the ink pads anyhow. So we'll bring in our baby turtle and we'll bring in our sponge dauber. So first up I'm going to stamp with Coastal Cabana, or ink I should say. I always start off with the lighter colour first, and then we're going to grab our sponge dauber and just tap 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 the shaded spruce. And all I'm doing, I don't know whether you can see this, is lightly going around the edge of my turtle. Now these colours are very close in colour, so I'm being very, very sparse with how I colour and very careful, because I don't want it to overpower the Coastal Cabana. So we'll put one little fella down here, and if you can see that, around the edges is the shaded spruce. As I said, they are very, very close in colour, but all you have to do is just experiment. Now, what I usually do just very quickly clean the ink on the stamp. But if you're using two colours that are very close together and you know it's not going to contaminate your ink pad with the darker colour, by all means just stamp off onto scrap paper and go from there. But I like to clean mine as I go. So I'll put one little bubble here. Swimming here and there. Just have a pracky with your sponge daubers until you're happy with what you can achieve. I just think this stamp set is perfect. And I'm just going around his little neck. I'm just putting it on the side, the sponge dauber. And we might do one just there. Now I'm just pressing down a little bit harder than I would normally because I want it to soak into the cardstock a little bit more. And that's it. So I'll just stamp off once, a couple of times, and just clean that. And that's that. So we can put these two colours away. And we can put our sponge dauber away. Now, on the fish, I have actually used, I think it is so soft succulent, but I thought we might have a go with Daffodil Delight, and do some Nemos. Oh yeah, that looks better already. And we'll do one more coming down there. And that's our fish. Now I've done that, what did I say, Daffodil Delight? Yeah. Then we're going to do the starfish, and we're going to do that in real red. So fingers crossed that this doesn't end up everywhere. I'm not very good with primary colours. I seem to end up with them everywhere. Can't see, won't see that, but put one there. And this is basically our card done. So then what we're going to do is bring in our base card. Now I've used grey granite. And we're just going to fold this in half, and me being me, I never think of my bone folder, so I always use my thumbnail. And we're going to get our glue, or whatever you're happy with. Oops, this is a newbie, so I've got to be careful. And we're just going to stick that down like that. Now, as I said, the two colours, Coastal Cabana and Garden Shaded Spruce, are very similar in colour. So it's not highlighted a real lot, but it's just very, very subtle, I suppose you'd call it. Okay. Then I've done the big one, the Mama Turtle, which I've already pre-done. And I did the same with that. I've just inked it up in Coastal Cabana. Then I went around the edges with the sponge dauber and shaded spruce. Okie dokie. So then what we're going to do is put some dimensionals on the back of this one. I always take the sticky tops off as I go. And we'll put one down here. And we'll put one here. And sometimes I seem to go a little bit overboard, but you know what? Doesn't matter. Then I'm going to put a couple of mini ones just on her arms, and we'll put a couple on her little feet. Oops. Just like that. Sticky little devils. And we'll just put that there. We might have it going that way, eh? No, let's do that. Just like that. Okay. Then I've die cut a circle. Where is our circle? I just had it. There it is. We've die cut a circle, and then we're going to stamp the sentiment. I'm doing a happy birthday again, and this is from the very best occasions. And we'll just stamp that up towards, more to the top than halfway in our circle. And as I said, that's real red. Then we're going to pop this one up again. Where is our... Just like that. Well, actually, we're not going to pop that up. We're only going to pop up half of it. So we'll take half off. And we're going to stick the other side with a little bit of glue. Just like that. Bring it down a bit, I think. Okay, just like that. So the Stampin' Up! Dimensionals that side, and your adhesive is that side. Then we're going to bring in some of this, what do you call it? The mesh, metallic mesh ribbon. And all I've done is scrunched it up. And we're just going to tie a small bow. Just like that. Just want a small one. Bring in our scissors. Oops, a daisy. And we're just going to put a couple of mini glue dots on the back. One, two, and we'll just stick this to the bottom of our circle. And that's it. Just shorten this up a little bit. And to finish it off, excuse me, all we're going to do is grab, now you can use anything you like for your embellishment, but I've got a few of these the faux glass, sea glass shapes left over. Now these are retired, but you know what, why not use them? And I haven't got my thingamajig with me, my little pokey tool, take your pick tool, and I'm going to use white, and we'll just put a couple let's put a couple around here, and we'll do one more, put it there. And that is our sponge dauber card. So I hope you've enjoyed that. But as I said, all you have to do is just to remember not to sponge too much onto your image, or you'll either create a new colour or you might create a muddy colour depending on what colours you've used. And yeah, just practice. So don't forget to visit everyone else's blog and see lots of ideas with the colouring technique, and have fun. Okay, thanks a lot. See ya. Hooray.